of a larger system. What that means is it's the foundation for saying you can't ask. There's some questions you can't ask about. And what I mean by you can't ask that question is, in order for you to ask that question, the answer requires that you don't know the answer. You know, it's such a weird. So it just means that you're always one step behind growth. Otherwise, you don't get a chance to grow. And I'm going to continue with the reading. One reason for this, and so for Jay, Kai, and Zara, let's put it in an example that Jay can understand. Jay, if in order for you to go up the stairs, there has to be stairs to go up. It's not going to be. So any system applies, any system quantum mechanics applies to must be a subsystem of a larger system. So what I did there was, in order for Jade to go up the stairs, she's a system in herself. She's a person, she's a human being. But what I did was I applied the environment to her. Like, she has to be a system of a larger system. The larger system is the collective human beings all around her and the environment, which built stairs so that she can go up those stairs. So any system quantum mechanics applies to must be a system of a larger system. And I feel like that's sort of like a statement without much substance, but a lot of substance, in the sense that it just says, yeah, we're a system. And what we're talking about right now is what we consider to be tangible. Okay. And one reason for this is that quantum mechanics refers only to physical quantities, which are measured by measuring instruments, and these must be outside the realm being studied. Further, the results of these measurements are perceived and recorded by observers who are also not part of the system being studied. Interesting. I don't know that they're not part of the system. I don't know how you can make that influence or that statement. I think the moment that you entangle with any sort of system, you're now part of that system. I don't know that you can remain outside of it, even when you think you're remaining outside of it. Like, that's a tough one for me. Most of us approach science with the naive expectation that it would tell us what is real. We can follow John Bell and call a real property of a system a beable. It is part of what is. Bell coined the word as a contrast to the terms observables, which is what anti-realists want out of the theory. Observables and beables are loaded terms whose use can signify allegiance to a side of the debate between realism and anti-realism. An observable is a quantity produced by an experiment or an observation. There is no commitment to believe it corresponded to something that exists apart from the measurement or had a value before the measurement. Anti-realists use this term to emphasize the quantities quantum physicists measure need have no existence apart from or prior to our observation of them. Realists use John Bell's term beable to refer to the reality that they believe exists whether we measure something or not. This is a very, very, that one's a loaded one for me. I have to revisit this. This is a full stop.